when your regional grid operators are burning garbage to because the unreliables aren't producing, and that's what's happened is we've had this incredible misallocation, I've been diving into this for 2 decades now, looking into why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we designing markets, grids to invest in, and it's a really malinvestment to waste money on things that don't work, that are incredibly expensive. And I
You
served in the
mean all of the
legislature.
solar fields in Maine?
Yeah, oh my gosh, and they take up massive amounts of land, and so I'm kind of on my repentance tour because I was one of these politicians in Texas last decade, served 4 terms in the Texas House, and I heard from lobbyists and these groups that were and constituents that were saying, "Oh, we need to convert, we need to we need to do the energy transition. We need to get off of fossil fuels." And I'm like, "Well, wait, why?" Oh, and they're like, "Oh, because of the environmental harms." And I kept thinking, "Well, what environmental harms are we talking about?" And everything they were talking about was CO2, this trace
Mhm.
gas in the atmosphere that's necessary for life on Earth. And I'm thinking about criteria pollutants, the 6 criteria pollutants that are regulated by the Clean Air Act, the Environmental Protection Agency, passed in the early 70s. And then I start to look into the numbers. I'm like, wait, we've reduced pollution. Gosh, at the beginning of my service, we were down like 60 some odd percent over
Wow.
the last 4 decades. Now, over the last 5 decades, we're nearly an 80% reduction of pollutants that in certain concentrations impact human health. And I'm like, that's a huge win. Why aren't we telling this
Mhm.
story? And
Mhm.
then we had the COVID lockdowns. And I heard electric vehicle lobbyists say in Austin one time, at a seminar, and he made this comment. He said, during the first 2 months of the COVID lockdowns, we improved air quality so much in Austin because of the half the cars were off the road. And so
A lot
because
of
of
people
that,
have.
we need everybody needs to drive an electric vehicle. And I'm like,
Wow.
wow. And so I served on the Environmental Regulation Committee. I visited our Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. I met with officials from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Mhm.
I know the data is out there. Let's go look at the monitors because I'm a high fact finder. I want to look and see what the,
Mm.
the facts say. So I looked at the air quality monitors, and during the first 2 months of the COVID lockdowns in the city of Austin, the air quality got worse.
Oh gosh, that was
It was
not the
it,
result
it was
that
not. And I'm like,
they'd be
this
expecting.
is not even close to what he said. He said it improved so
Mhm.
much that everybody should drive electric vehicles. Never mind those people that lost their businesses and their homes and their lives
Right.
because of the COVID lockdowns and just the devastation that caused.
Mhm.
He's worried about some air quality improvements, and I'm like, "Wait, it
Well,
didn't
that's like
improve."
the blinded view on this is the only thing that matters.
That's right, yeah.
And no other factors matter. Human flourishing certainly does not come into play.
No, 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 not at all, and that's where I get into this movement. I realize it's more about control than anything else. It's decarbonization, which doesn't do anything to mitigate a changing climate, and I think that's where a lot of the people you've had, some of the people that don't support my work, namely the multinational, big majors, oil and gas producers, they've bought into this agenda. They're building carbon capture facilities. Don't do anything. I just saw the world's largest carbon capture facility opened in Iceland, and you look at the amount of CO2 that it's gonna suck from the air, I'm like, "This is just absurd." Like, what a waste of time and money and effort.
Mm.
In order to reduce our concentrations by 1 part per million, I looked yesterday, we're at 429 parts per million of CO2 in the atmosphere. To put that into a percentage, it's 0.0429.
Wow.
That's the percentage of CO2 in the atmosphere. It's
Yeah.
it's really, really low. But to reduce it by 1 part per million, we would need to build 217,000 of those carbon capture facilities.
217,000.